presentation of Fox Sports.
We are Baltimore. We are LA.
After a terrific 7-2 road trip, powered by the long haul, the Angels are one of the hottest teams in baseball. Tonight, Mike Trout leads the Halos back to the Big A as they look to eclipse the pack and surge to the front of a heated wildcard race. Rangers versus Angels, next.
It's always good to be home for the Angels, although this last road trip proved to be a very good one for the Halos. 7-2 on the road, and they're still in that second wild card spot with the Minnesota Twins at the start of the day. And they start a 10-game homestand tonight against the Texas Rangers. They're currently the wild card standings. Minnesota playing a double dip against the Chicago White Sox. They dropped game one. They are leading in game two. As we welcome you inside our broadcast booth and back to Angels baseball here on Fox Sports West, along with Mark Kubica. I'm Victor Rojas, and as I just said, the 7-2 road trip certainly a turn, a nice surprise for this Angels ball club because they've struggled out on the road pretty much all season long. But it started with that 4-game sweep in Seattle, and for some reason, somewhere out of nowhere, the long ball prevalent in Baltimore.
Yeah, Victor, when you think about three really good teams playing very well at home, yet the Angels going 7-2. Reason why was the big fly. Really, they hit the ball so well as far as the home runs. 19 home runs during that road trip. 9 different batters hit home runs, averaging just under 5 runs a game. But it really wasn't just the home run ball and the batters that really helped this team put together such a great road trip. I really think it came down to really the bullpen work. 2.64 ERA for the relievers. They were put in a lot of tough situations. They came through for the most part. And the defense, some outstanding defensive plays in the infield and in the outfield. A couple game-saving plays. Anderson Simmons, by the way, was everywhere during that road trip. So key for this club to be able to go and prevent the other team from scoring runs. Outstanding effort defensively, pitching, and hitting.
Couple of left-handers on the mound. The Angel killer this year, Cole Hamels on the mound for Texas. The Angels will counter with Tyler Skaggs, and now with JC Ramirez on the DL, it's guys like Skaggs going to have to step up down the stretch. We're just about ready for baseball here at the Big A. Sit back and relax. Lineups at first pitch when we return. the box. Come try the new $4.99 Smoky Jack Burger Combo with small fries and a small drink. Limited time only. And by your local Toyota dealers. Let's go places.
Beautiful night to kick off this 10-game homestand. 4 against the Texas Rangers, and the Houston Astros roll into town for a weekend series. And that'll include Vladimir Guerrero's Hall of Fame induction, Angels Hall of Fame induction on Saturday night. Then the Oakland A's come into town. The Angels over the next couple of weeks, Scooby, a lot of action within its division. 24, 25 consecutive games within the division. That's going to be a tough go for the Halos, but if you're going to contend to try to get into the postseason, you're going to have to go through a tough division.
I think the big thing when you look at the Angels right now, they put themselves in position to have this lead in the wild card. So you just got to play good baseball. You got the help you needed. Now it's up to you as a team, as a pitching staff, as a defense, and as, of course, the lineup scoring runs. That's when you got to take care of business.
The lineup certainly did that on this road trip. The Angels return home to a place that has been somewhat friendly to them, 33-26 at home this year. And with the 7-2 just completed road trip, the Angels now just 3 games under 500 away from the big A. The Texas Rangers rolled into town having been playing very good baseball, more so at home than out on the road, but overall 11-7 in the month of August, and they have certainly swung the bats well in the last couple of weeks. Take a look at the lineup for Jeff Bannister and the Rangers, 61-62, 14.5 back of the West, 2.5 back of the Angels in that second wild card spot. Delano DeShields will lead things off. He's in center. Shin-Soo Choo out the DH spot today. Elvis Andrus at shortstop. Adrian Beltre, the Hall of Famer, to be at third base. Nomar Mazara's in right. Mike Napoli's at first. Rougned Odor at second. Ryan Rua taking over the roster spot of Joey Gallo, who was placed on the 10-day DL today. Rua's out in left field. And it's Robinson Chirinos batting ninth, doing the catching. Tyler Skaggs making his 9th start of the season. 1-3, 3.63 ERA. He was activated today off the bereavement list as the Angels had to make a couple of roster changes. We'll talk about that here momentarily.
Yeah, pretty solid game his last time out. Went 5 innings, gave up 2 earned runs against a very good deep lineup for the Washington Nationals. But when you look at Tyler, just be able to command the fastball all 4 quadrants and get these hitters out for Texas, especially with the curveball. It's a very good curveball, swing and miss pitch for Tyler Skaggs.
And he's faced these guys before twice this year prior to the injuries. But check out the defense behind Tyler tonight. You've got Maven, Trout, Calhoun in the outfield. Marte, Simmons, Coward, and Crone from third to first. Maldonado, the Iron Man, behind the plate.
And most times when Tyler Skaggs is on his game, he's going to get some action at third base position. Jeffrey Marte is making his 8th start at third base. However, so far he's returned 1 double plays at 24 starts. The first 1 in left field. But if you ask him, his most comfortable position defensively would be third base.
And with the left-hander on the mound and Cole Hamels, Mike Scioscia going with the righty bat in left field and at third base. Delano DeShields ready to lead things off. Mentioned Texas better at home than they are on the road. The crazy thing, differential-wise, is the batting average for this ball club. The Texas Rangers, they have hit this year at home .271. And on the road, they are worst in Major League Baseball at .219. That is a huge differential. Right? Not even, that's, I guess, worse than the Colorado Rockies, if you will.
Yeah, we know that Texas is a great ballpark to hit, but this is a pretty deep lineup, surprising in those numbers.
First one tonight is a little bit low, and it's ball 1. DeShields, a .285 batting average. 88th game for him. Good speed, 24 stolen bases. And keep him and Elvis Andrus off the bases. There's a strike on the corner to even the count at 1-1. Stu Sherwater calling the balls and strikes tonight. Gary Cederstrom, the crew chief at first base. Gabe Morales at second. Adrian Johnson at third, the umpiring crew for the series. That ball hit him, breaking ball. Got him on the back foot apparently. A little bit of a delayed call, but DeShields is on board with a hit by pitch.
And DeShields knows exactly what his job is for this team as a leadoff man, to get on base, and that ball hit him right in that front toe, and he's able to get on base, and he will be stealing right away. This ball club for Texas, 97 stolen bases on the season, been caught 33 times.
Halos lead the way. Texas second in that category. Shin-Soo Choo steps in. Right away with a pretty good lead over at first base, and they'll check in on it. Mentioned the 24 stolen bases, but caught 5 times. Tyler, over the years, has had his issues holding would-be base stealers.
And Martin Maldonado will be tested tonight. He's thrown out 41% of base stealers this season.
Shields getting hit by a pitch on a breaking ball. He's over at first base, just underway. Beautiful night, 77 degrees. A cloud in the sky. Chu rips on the right field, jumping on that first pitch fastball. Shields will stop at second in Texas with traffic on the bases with the first two base runners on board for Elvis Andrus.
Chu now 4 for 5 in his career versus Tyler Skaggs.
Andrus, the shortstop, had a very good season offensively. 296 with 16 home runs, 65 runs batted in.
Always a guy that will roll into a double play, though. 17 times he's rolled into a double play.
.16 home runs, a career high for him. Now 4 runs batted in. Shy of tying his career high in the RBI category as well. 2 on, nobody out. Shields at second, Chu at first. And a wild pitch, or I guess that would be more of a pass ball off the glove of Maldonado. What are we, 5 pitches into this, and all of a sudden you got second and third with nobody out.
And you're facing Cole Hamels, who's had great success against you in his career. That looked like either he anticipated that baseball coming on the inner part of the plate, but off the glove. Don't see that too often. Martin Maldonado behind the plate.
Gets charged with a pass ball, the infield back. And now you're asked to just limit the damage here in the first. 1 ball, no strikes. Now conversation. Skaggs, you mentioned in that last start against Washington, 5 innings, 7 hits, 2 runs, 6 strikeouts, 2 walks, 91 pitches. This is his 4th start since being activated.
It's a tough situation for Skaggs, especially with Andrus at the plate. In .344 against the Angels this season, .314 in his career.
Two balls, no strikes. Beltre on deck. Skaggs, you mentioned 2 starts prior to this one against Texas. April 11th, got a no decision, gave up 5 runs in that one. And on 28th, also a no decision, but pitched much better. 5 innings, 1 run on 4 hits.
One thing we've noticed with Andrus this season, with the power numbers going up, looks in early and then looks away late.
2-1 in there, 2-2.
And this is the time where he looks away now with 2 strikes on him. So if you're Cole Calhoun, you might want to take a step in or so, take away a little flare of the right field if you're going away with a fastball or even a breaking ball.
Two. He's trying to take that inside out approach.
But that's still a real good pitch. He was looking away, ran that fastball in. Exactly what you have to do against Andrus. Now you have an option of even going that hard breaking ball down and in off the plate and trusting Maldonado to keep it in front if you get a swing and miss.
The chopper toward first, and it goes foul.
Tried that breaking ball, but elevated it.
The count remains even at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Shields hit by a pitch. Chu with a base hit and a pass ball put them both in scoring position. Trout shading Andrews toward right center. Cole in a couple of steps in right. Two. Yeah, reaching for it. Spoils a pretty good pitch. Last two actually have been pretty good.
That's the importance to be able to throw those last two pitches, even though that was a mistake. Break ball, the pitch before you've established in. And Andrews opened up his hip a little bit. And it was that outside part of the plate was open for Skaggs, and he barely fouled that one off. Andrews did.
This will be the 8th pitch of the plate appearance. We're going to go to 9. The Angels making a couple of moves today with Jason Ramirez and Andrew Bailey both going on the disabled list. Shoulder for Bailey. Right elbow issue for Ramirez. Jose Alvarez called back up. He's in the bullpen. And the Angels activating Skaggs off the bereavement list. 2-2 check swing. Looked like he went, and he did. It's rung up by Gary Cedarstrom, one out.
That's a real good breaking ball. And a hard breaking ball after he established a couple of those inside, a couple fastballs away. Real good pitch for Tyler Skaggs. Sharp, hard breaking ball. He had to get him to chase. That was never even near the strike zone, but it started there. Gets a swing. You see there, that angle clearly crossed the plate. Big out for a guy that had a lot of success. 6 for 12 Andrews was going into that at bat against Skaggs.
There's Adrian Beltre with 2 on, 1 out. 309 average. 13 home runs, 53 runs batted in. Looks at a strike. How much of that could be a momentum breaker for you as a starting pitcher? Things are all of a sudden going bad, 5 pitches, and you're staring at
and you get
trouble.
A guy out that's had a lot of success against you. All of a sudden you feel a little bit better about yourself, and even though you have a very dangerous, very good hitter at the plate right now, you still feel better. It's a pretty good pitch there, just missed low. In these moments, especially in the first inning where you're just trying to get a feel for the mound after they're warming up in the bullpen, you just need some kind of positive energy to go that way, and that's exactly what he got with Elvis Andrus with a swing and miss on a hard breaking ball that was not a strike.
1-1 to Beltre. Down the way, 2 balls, 1 strike. Like about that, if you go back to look at that strike zone, the 3 different areas in which he threw those pitches, the 2 foul balls prior to the swing and miss, kind of a little bit everywhere.
And really the pitch that set it all up was that fastball in when he got 2 strikes instead of going away.
Ground ball to short. Simmons thought about going to third. The run will score. It's 1-0 Texas. 2 outs with Chu over at third base. Beltre picks up his 54th run batted in. And again, another good pitch, getting him to kind of expand the zone.
And in this situation, especially when you have such a very good run producer throughout his career, you know he's going to put it in play. And there probably was a play at third, but I think the smart decision is get that out at first. You're trying to limit the damage. You have a shot at doing so. There's only 1 run allowed. You're Tyler Skaggs with that defensive play there by Andrelton Simmons. But you just never know with Andrelton. You almost thought he might even try to go home. Did that in Baltimore, made an unbelievable play on that one.
Nomar Mazara takes a strike. Comes in batting .261. 16 home runs, 83 runs batted in, .339 on base percentage. And a 7-game hit streak end yesterday. No balls, 2 strikes. Cole Hamels has himself at least a 1-0 lead here in the first. Mazara goes down swinging, and Skaggs a heck of a job in limiting it to just a run.
Really solid effort there. Good breaking ball. A couple of them in the inning. Limit the damage.
Second and third and nobody out, but it's just a 1-0 Texas lead as we start at the bottom of the first inning. We take a look at Mike Scioscia's lineup for game number 125. The Halos at 64 and 60. We'll have Cameron Maben leading things off in left field. Mike Trout's in center. Albert Pujols at DH. C.J. Cron, the cleanup hitter, at first. Andrelton Simmons a shortstop. Jeffrey Marte at third. Cole Calhoun at right. Martin Maldonado behind the plate. Caleb Coward getting to start again at second base. He will bat ninth. Taking on a 33-year-old left-hander, San Diego native, the name of Cole Hamels.
He's having another outstanding season. Was hurt for a while, but still 8-1 with a 3.48 ERA. My go-tos to be successful against him: swing and strikes. He doesn't throw a ton of pitches in the strike zone and get that cutter out in front, especially right-handed batters.
First pitch is in there for a strike. This is the third start for Hamels against the Angels this year. 1-0 with a .61 ERA. 14 and 2/3 innings, 7 hits, 1 run, 11 strikeouts. Maben breaks his bat, rolls one to first. The barrel close to hitting Hamels. And there's out number 1. Texas on the defensive side as Brua, DeShields, and Mazar in the outfield. Beltre, Andrews, Odor, and Napoli from third to first. Chirinos behind the plate.
And Beltre at third base, one of the all-time greats at that position. 2,681 games at third base, 5-time Gold Glove winner. That's the second most games at third base in Major League history. Only Brooks Robinson with more than Beltre. And when you talk about the all-time great fielding third basemen, you got Beltre, Brooks Robinson, Mike Schmidt. All could pick it with great arms.
Tough to pick just the one all-time great at third base.
No.
All great in their own right.
And the guy I played with there in Kansas City was a pretty good third baseman.
Too bad.
Yeah.
All right.
3 batting titles in 3 different decades.
Is that good?
Yeah, that's pretty good.
1-0 to Trout. He'll sky one out to left. Just got underneath it. Ryan Rua moving over. 2 down.
In my Hyundai key for today, especially today, a little Bonnie Tyler. Total eclipse of the heart, trying to bring some pitches from Cole Calhoun to the heart of the plate. Mike Trout had one right there, just missed it. He's a guy that will throw a lot of those changeups off the plate, away, and cutters off the plate, in. Bring it to the heart of the plate. Was there an eclipse today, something like that?
Yeah,
Rumored?
total eclipse of the heart.
Yes.
Pujols takes outside. Did you go outside and look at it?
No. No.
Do you remember the last one in 1979?
I do remember that.
I remember it as well. A little bouncer towards short. Talking about a quick inning. One in the books. And Texas has a 1-0 lead as we head to the second. The Angels taking on the Astros at 6:07. Check that. We're talking Conor McGregor. No, it's the Astros in town on Saturday. And also, Vladimir Guerrero, Hall of Fame induction. Approximately 7:30 fans in attendance can visit the Game 1 Music Card to watch the Mayweather-McGregor pay-per-view fight. How about that?
Yes.
Can we do the game from over there?
I think you could. You have that type of pull.
I think we should.
Yes.
Go to Angels.com for tickets.
Boy, ideally, you would have loved to see a little bit longer of an inning for the offense after how many pitches. Now, difficult it was to get through that inning, limited damage for Tyler Skaggs, but back out there on the mound. Facing a familiar face in Mike Napoli.
Total of 6 pitches thrown by Hamels in the bottom of the first, and it's a 2-0 count on Napoli. 203 batting average, 26 home runs, 59 runs batted in. And never gets cheated at the plate.
No. Still, he's a guy that, we talk about a lot of hitters now creating that lift and that angle to lift the baseball in the air. Mike Napoli's done that throughout his entire career. Still, even though the batting average is over 200, 203, 26 home runs for Napoli.
Towering pop up to shallow center field. Coward going out. Trout coming in. Trout taking charge. 1 out.
It's not easy to create lift on a high pitch, and Napoli's still able to do that. High fly out to Trout in center. Simmons calling like he does everything, and you have Coward going back, but Mike Trout at the last second. That's what you want to do as an outfielder, call off the infielders. It's easier coming in. You see the communication with Trout and Andrelton Simmons out of the way.
You know what? Credit Andrelton Simmons pointing at the baseball. This is that time of night where guys tend to lose the baseball if you don't follow it off the bat. He was pointing at it the whole time.
Seemed like we were saying that in like the second or third inning before this last long road trip. But now it's getting to that time of the year where it's starting to get darker a little earlier. More difficult sky now.
There's Rougned Odor. He'll take a bender for a strike. To your point about guys lifting the baseball more so. More the strikeouts become okay, acceptable, if you will. Guys starting to rack up the punch out. So Odor's one of those guys. When you look at Texas numbers offensively, they're second in the American League in home runs with 194, but they've also struck out 1,115 times. They have 4 guys with 106 or more strikeouts. Carlos Gomez, who has 106 strikeouts, did it in 186 games. That's it. Odor struck out a lot as well. He'll sky this one to center. He's got 119 punch outs, and he'll make the second out here in the second. But to your point, that's it. It's okay now.
Yeah. And when you talk to all-time players, even Hall of Fame type players, and they hated the strikeout. They hated striking out. But the players now, it's all about production. And if an out's an out, whether it's a strikeout or a ground out, but they're thinking in terms of driving the ball out of the ballpark. But I always felt, even teaching at the high school level, put the ball in play, make the defense make a play on you. Can't.
It's not cool, man.
Yeah, but still a strikeout. Unless you hope that the catcher doesn't catch the ball or gets away from you, it's going to be an out, an easy out. You want to put the ball in play.
Rua bouncing this one over to third. Big hopper for Marte. Quick second inning for Tyler Skaggs. Played at the bottom of the second. Texas on top 1-0.
2017 Kia Sorento. Since July 28th, the Angels have been on a roll, 15-6. Third best record in the majors, 5.4 runs per game, which is seventh best, along with an ERA, 3.76. There's only two teams with top 10 categories in those numbers, really, Red Sox and the Angels. And very good baseball since July 28th.
TJ Crone swinging first pitch, fouls it back. 1-0 Texas here, the bottom of the second. Crone, Simmons, and Marte. Crone with 3 home runs on the road trip, 4 runs batted in, hitting .250 overall. Cuts through that one.
It's a little cutter from Cole Hamels. CJ Crone, always good numbers against the Rangers. .301 career hitter with 5 home runs, 32 RBI versus Ranger pitching. That's just a little bit high, though. That's changing the eye level to the max.
One-two count on CJ. And he'll wear it.
That's a 9th batter Cole Hamels has hit this season. Throw that fastball in and up. He will throw fastballs in, 4-seamers against right-handed batters all night, along with his cut fastball. Runs this one in. With the elbow and the leg.
The groin, the thigh, a little bit of everything.
Yeah. That's earning your hit by pitch.
The old potpourri hit by pitch, a little bit of everything.
He earned it.
Here's Simmons. Angleton takes a strike. Simba hitting .292, 13 jacks, 57 runs batted in.
You talk about struggling against somebody in your career. Anthony Simmons against Cole Hamels, just 3 for 28. Why that push bunt, maybe the first base side, might be something he might see from Anderson tonight. Force Mike Napoli to come in and get that baseball.
As good as Beltre has been throughout his career, like you're at that point now that you can start forcing that issue as well. He's still very good at doing what he does at third base. Down low, 2 balls and a strike.
It's amazing more hitters don't try that, but his reputation of being so good coming into the baseball. But he's dealt with a lot of, leg injuries and issues the last year or so for Beltre. He's still one of the best third basemen ever fielding the ball.
And making it look easy. 2-1 pitch. 3-1. Marte on deck.
And Hamels can get wild coming in this game. 9-8 in the third, 31 walks. He had 8 hit batters.
Talking to Tom Grieve. Is the analysis on TV for Texas about Hamels. And there's ball 4. A different pitcher than he once was, obviously, with Philadelphia. It tends to happen with everybody with age. A lot of pitches thrown because he's been that durable. But the strikeout per 9 down, the walks per 9 a little bit up. But still, he's been, talk about a guy who's been effective for Texas since being acquired in 2015. He's 30-7 with a 3.4 ERA during that stretch.
Yeah, that's outstanding numbers. Only Clayton Kershaw better as far as win percentage during that stretch. And he is a clutch pitcher in big games. In that game where the Angels needed to win a couple of seasons ago down in Texas, he gave up that early home run to Pujols, but then a complete game.
Marte underneath this one on the first pitch. Rua can't see it. Andrews and Shields keeps his eye on it. And just exactly what we were talking about. Rua never saw it. DeShields did. Kept on going. 1 out. Marte 1 pitch. Can't advance the runners.
Especially might want to be a little, you want to hit a fastball against Cole Hamels, but after hitting a batter and walking a batter, you want to see a pitch or 2. And Rua, as you see right there, has no idea where the baseball is, but fortunate enough, there's a lot of speed out in the center with the Shields able to run that one down. And then on the follow through, you see that often. Jeffrey Marte right on the shoulder. Trinos gets hit on the follow through on the swing for Jeffrey Marte. And again, we're seeing a lot of catchers get hit on follow throughs because they're up a little bit closer to try to frame pitches than it used to be in the past, where you were back a little bit further away from the hitter.
First and second, one out. Here's Cole. Facing Cole. No balls and a strike.
We had Caleb in Baltimore yesterday, or 2 days ago.
They both homered Friday night. First time in recorded baseball history. I asked the question. 2 Calebs homered in the same game.
Yes. Spelled differently too.
Yeah. This was hit sharply to Odor. Nice play. And Andrews drops the baseball on the transfer. Simmons is out at second, 2 outs. So instead of an inning-ending double play, Martin Maldonado will get an opportunity here.
The ball was hit real hard by Cole Calhoun. It's hit that hard, it's going to be a routine double play, but on the transfer, Andrews unable to get a grip of the baseball. Fortunately enough now for the Angels and Maldonado, he gets a chance to drive in a run, tie it up.
Sorry, Gabby, no error there on Andrews, just a fielder's choice.
You see how competitive Cole Hamels, he knows that's a root. I mean, even though that baseball was hit hard, you know that's a routine double play ball.
First and second, 2 outs, 1-0 Texas. Maldonado at the plate. 3 for 9 in his career against Cole Hamels.
Couple wild pitches this season for Cole Hamels. Almost through his 3rd of the season.
Crow hit by a pitch over at third base. Calhoun with a fielder's choice at first. Texas getting a run at the top of the first.
And talked about it as far as go-tos against Hamels, make him throw strikes. He's thrown 20 pitches today, 10 strikes, 10 out of the strike zone. He's a guy that will try to get you to chase.
Martin hits one off the end of the bat to the right side. That'll sneak through, and we're tied at 1. Calhoun keeps on running. Will end up at third.
That extra out given to the Angels, and they respond once again. Martin Maldonado picking up his 33rd RBI of the season. A little dancing in the stands there for Angel fans. Good base running too for Cole Calhoun, getting the 3rd. 2-0 count, fastball, shorten up a swing, look to go the other way. Good swing, a good approach there by Martin Maldonado. Getting that by Rougned Odor into the outfield. Scoring the tying run. Crone, who was hit by a pitch, scored. DeShields, who was hit by a pitch, scored in the 1st.
Here's Caleb Cowart. Switch hitter batting from the right side. 1st and 3rd, still 2 outs. Swing at the first one, off the end of the bat. Over to Napoli. For some reason, he thought about going to second base. They get the out. It's the 3rd one, but the Angels tie it up. It's a 1-1 game as we head to the 3rd.
crisp Coors Light since 2012. You talk about a very even series. Angels with 53 wins, the Rangers 51. Runs exactly the same, just a slight edge as far as the batting average, and wouldn't it be appropriate? We're tied at 1 here early in the game between the Rangers and the Angels. Again, battle it out so often, so well, and so tight since 2012.
That's what you want to do down the stretch, especially with teams that are right now chasing you. The Texas Rangers, the Angels 4-5 on the season against Texas. They lost the season series against the Twins. Lead against the Mariners. Lead against the Orioles.
Struggled against Kansas City.
Lost against Kansas City. So as you start thinking about things late September and the like, if you start thinking about tiebreakers and the like. We had that scenario a couple years ago, and the Angels had to go into Texas and sweep a 4-game set and won the first 3. So lost game number 162.
Still remember that incredible comeback on that Saturday game.
9th inning. Yep. Nobody that day on Sunday, that game number 162, mailed it in for the Angels. They did a terrific job. Battled. Unfortunately, Richards just got outpitched by Cole Hamels.
Yeah, remember early lead. Albert Pujols with a home run. Everyone was into that game.
Two balls, no strikes on Robinson Chirinos, and he'll rip one down the left field line. Jumped on high fastball. Chirinos turns and will slam on the brakes right there. Nice job by Maben getting to it. Barehanded by Simba.
He truly is everywhere. You, as a base runner, you better not drift too far away from a base when Andrelton Simmons is in the same area code. He thought about throwing this baseball back to first, and this ball was scolded right over the head of Marte. But Cameron maybe did a nice job of getting to that baseball, getting in quickly. And why use the glove? And he's already turning the body, thinking about making that throw.
It's like old Lester Hayes with Stickum on his hands.
I'll tell you what, it was a great road trip for the Angels. But Andrelton Simmons made at least 3 or 4 off-the-chart plays that really changed the outcome of a number of the games, including a play yesterday, that relay play in Seattle.
Deserves a Gold Glove.
Yes.
Hands down. That's how good he's been for 4+ months, almost 5 months. 0-1 to DeShields. No balls, 2 strikes. Delano hit by a pitch in the first, scored. The ground down by Beltre. Pardon me, the fielder's choice by Beltre.
'77 strikeouts and 249 at bats too for DeShields, so he'll expand the strike zone when he's behind in the count like he is now.
Leadoff single for Chirinos. He's at first. Pop and foul.
You got 2 lefties that can pitch inside against right-handed batters very, very well, and not afraid to do so. Tyler Skaggs pitches inside well. Helps that breaking ball too. If you can pitch that fastball and against right-handed batters, then you get those swings like you got against Elvis Andrus on the breaking ball down and in.
Ground ball back up the middle, knocked down by Skaggs. Wildly throws it to second base, but Simba somehow gloves it for the out.
How did he keep his foot on the base there? How did you catch that throw? Bannister wants to take a look to make sure he indeed kept that foot on the base. Knocked down, then an off-balance throw. Definitely has the foot on the base.
Not once, but twice. There, and then as he slides off, the tip of the toe stays
That's
on
that
there.
soccer player in him, using that footwork. Now you got to deal with that speed at first base.
As nimble as Neymar.
Good one.
On the move. Pitches a strike to throw down the second. A good one, but DeShields is in there. Simmons dropped the ball. Stolen base number 25 now for DeShields.
Huge jump. It's about 3 or 4 steps even before that baseball is delivered. A lot on that throw. Tried to be a quick tag. Didn't catch the baseball. Was trying to apply the tag, but that foot's already on the base anyhow, even if he catches it.
Chu, the DH, had a base hit in the first inning. So he's 1 for 1.
That was a real good block on a hard breaking ball off the plate by Martin Maldonado.
Not a big lead for DeShields at second. 1-1 pitch. 2-1.
Very patient hitter, Chu, even against a left-handed pitcher. Track that breaking ball out of the strike zone.
Out toward left. Hit well, Maben giving chase near the wall and leaps up and can't make the catch. He jumped way too early, never found the wall on a ball that probably should have been caught. It's 2-1 Texas. Chu, credited with a double, picks up his 57th run batted in.
He going right back to that wall. Jumps up towards his wrist and then the wall itself. Unable to make contact and able to catch that baseball. Fortunate enough it hit the wall and off his body to prevent Chu from getting a triple.
Was a carry out the left field. Well struck by Chu. 2-1 Texas. Here's Elvis Andrus, who takes upstairs.
By the way, Chu with a .380 career on base percentage. Already 2 hits in the game. 5 for 6 in his career versus Skaggs now.
Off the leg. 1 ball, 1 strike. Andrew struck out on the first. 1 of 2 strikeouts for Skaggs. No walks. Now allowed 3 hits. Up and in, strains him up. It hit him, it grazed him apparently. Second hit batter for Skaggs. 2 on, 1 out.
Checking to make sure that baseball hit him. Dino Ebel going to call in to Steve Solis to see if that did indeed hit him. Right there, gets him in the forearm.
Oh, what count on Beltran? Similar to the pitch that Skaggs got him to ground out to in the first inning. Picked up the RBI, however. 54th run batted in. He was a member of the 3,000 hit club.
That be considered a bird's eye view?
That would be at the hot corner. What?
Change up there from Skaggs trying to get Beltran to roll over and hit a ground ball and an infielder.
2-1 Texas. We're in the third.
Beltre has hit into 7 double plays.
A conversation behind second base with Simmons and Cowart. Anderson trying to keep Chu close to the bag. That is high and deep to left. Maben going back at the wall, and that is gone. A 3-run blast, and it's 5-1 Texas. Beltre with his 14th home run of the season.
It's a 43rd career home run for Beltre against the Angels. Went down and got a pitch right down the heart of the plate. Created that lift and hits it out well to left center field. Just his 14th home run of the season. 4 RBI tonight now. Gave him 156 career RBIs against the Angels.
Joey, you all right?
5-1. Here's Nomar Mazara. He'll pull this one over to first. Crone's got it. 2 outs.
First baseman, number 5, Mike Napoli.
Couple of mistakes by Skaggs here in the third. Texas has not missed them. Told you they've come into this series, haven't swung the bats well in the month of August. 288 as a team with 34 home runs. Oh, 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Napoli hit a fly ball to center leading off the second inning.
So there's very good career numbers for Napoli against his former team, including 20 home runs.
Home run by Beltre, the 31st 3-run home run the Texas Rangers have had this year. That's most in Major League Baseball.
That's the Earl Weaver school of hitting.
He's upstairs, very happy with this team. Two. Check swing, did not go. Three-two. A little pop-up. Simmons has to come in on it. He'll squeeze it, put it away, but 4 runs in for Texas here in the third. The capper, the Beltre home run. It's 5-1 Texas as we head to the bottom of the 3rd inning.
new 2017 Subaru Impreza. Subaru's symmetrical all-wheel drive plus 28 miles per gallon. More than a car, it's a Subaru.
By Fios by Frontier. Get the best price ever on Fios TV, internet, and voice by Frontier. Visit FiosByFrontier.com today. 5-1 Texas here in the bottom of the third inning. Top of the order coming up for the Angels against Cole Hamels. Maybin trounted Pujols. Maybin broke his bat, grounded out in the first. Takes a strike. Got into the seats quickly. 0-2 count. Cameron with pretty decent numbers in his career. Against Cole Hamels, 13 for 41 coming into play. 317 average.
Well, the Angels have come back so well this entire season. Look at the work cut out for him against Cole Hamels tonight. Had a tough inning through quite a few pitches for him that second inning, which he gave up a run after hitting C.J. Cron to lead off the inning.
One down. David twice is grounded out to Napoli. One out. Here comes Trout.
Napoli's been busy at first base.
Got with a fly ball to left. Takes a strike. No strikeouts, one walk, one hit batter for Hamels so far. Got it, just 2 for 14 now against Hamels in his career.
Yeah, when you look at numbers against Cole Hamels this season versus fastballs, 249 batting average. Or this 169 versus his secondary pitches. And that includes his cutter, curveball, and changeup. Very effective. Those secondary pitches. Fastball a little bit better, 249 with 7 home runs. But Mike Trout, when you look at what he's done, again, especially fastball and cut fastballs, pitches that Cole Hamels throws a lot, 328 with 15 home runs. Pretty good also against a curve and change. That's why his numbers against Hamels are surprising to be that low.
Takes a called strike 3, 2 outs, first strikeout for Hamels on the night.
I think what makes Cole Hamels effective against Trout, he runs that four-seam fastball above the belt, pretty consistent against him. He'll pitch inside against him and will throw that high fastball. This time gets the inside corner for a call, third strike.
Albert grounded out at his first plate appearance. Two up.
See how far away Mike Napoli is from first base. Got a lot of ground to cover if there's anything hit on the ground in the infield. Pigeon has worked his way over to Mike Napoli now.
Going around the infield. He's
Yes.
made his way from third over to almost first base.
Looking to see if there's any sunflower seeds around the infield.
It's a bold pigeon. Albert chops it off the plate. Beltre will wait for it. goes down in order. A shutdown inning for Cole Hamels. We head to the fourth. 5-1 Texas. Astros first pitch slated for 6:38 p.m. Fans in attendance receive a Vladimir Guerrero Hall of Fame baseball card while supplies last. Be sure to arrive early to watch the special pregame Hall of Fame induction ceremony. For more info, just go to angels.com.
It'll be a special night. Vlad Guerrero, always love seeing him around, putting on that baseball uniform and crushing a baseball no matter where it was thrown.
Should have been first ballot Hall of Famer.
Yes, indeed. He'll get in there next year.
It's getting old, though, saying that for guys. Oh, he'll get in there next year. Because he all of a sudden is going to become a Hall of Famer within that span of time.
He's a Hall of Famer. Should have been in that first ballot.
Exactly. The whole first ballot argument so tired from the writer's perspective. You're either a Hall of Famer or you're not.
Just ask the players that played against him. That's all.
Bottom third, Odor, Rua, and Chirinos. It's Tyler Skaggs. Ball with a strike on the Rangers' second baseman. Robbie Alomar had to wait.
That's still stunning, that one.
Oh, what's it matter if he has to wait another year? Because the 5 previous years didn't count that ball near the pigeon. 1 out. And everybody in the stands, you hear the oohs and ahs, well aware that the pitcher's on the field.
Still working to get those sunflower seeds.
Don't mind me.
I'm feasting. I'll be up at the booth here shortly.
Bird doesn't get an assist, does it? Well, ricocheting off the mask of Maldonado.
And that's been a theme of late. Marty Maldonado's been hit with some foul baseballs. We saw that on this past road trip. That's a pretty good pitch. Upper part of the strike zone, not called a strike.
Real 0 for 1. He grounded out to third. His first time up.
Even when they were doing the infield, raking the infield, room in the dirt, pigeon just moved back to the outfield grass and moved back again to the dirt.
Roll out toward right center field. Trout is there. 2 down. The pitch in on the hands. Nobody on base for Robinson Chirinos.
By the way, tremendous focus by the pitcher. Even that baseball was hit, it still continued to eat there on that infield dirt.
Chirinos with a base hit, leading off the third. 1 for 1. And batting .240 on the season. There's a 1-ball, 1-strike count. Two one. 2-2. Skaggs looking for his second 1-2-3 inning. Down 5-1 here in the fourth.
Had to go backdoor on that breaking ball a little bit off the outside corner.
Top of the order to Shields on deck. 3-2, and he walked him. A 2-out walk. First one issued by Skaggs. And to bring up to Shields.
He's been on base twice with 2 runs scored. Line with the Shields.
A hit by a pitch and fielder's choice. 0 for 1. It's also stolen a base. Popped up. Coward. The shallow right. Puts it away for the 3rd out. We head to the bottom of the 4th inning. 4-5-6 coming up for the Halos. 5-1 Texas.
Brought to you by Hyundai. There's no better time to buy a new Hyundai than now. See your local Hyundai dealer or visit buyhyundai.com. And by Airstream SoCal. Live riveted with 3 freeway close Southern California locations.
Halos are down 5-1. Bottom of the 4th inning. C.J. Cron to lead things off against Cole Hamels. Was 1 strikeout, 1 walk, 1 hit batter. 1 hit allowed. C.J. Cron takes a strike, hit by a pitch to lead off the 2nd. Scored the only run of this game. By the way, the Pigeon is no longer with us. Been, taken off the field between innings.
He wanted to stick around too, but
didn't want to leave.
No.
Receivers from the first base umpire kind of got him to the foul side of first base, and then Jeff Bannister, the manager of the Rangers, picked him up and took him away. TJ swinging a miss on the 0-2 off speed, 1 out. 2nd strikeout for Hamels.
Now it's time for Tools of the Trade, brought to you by Ram Plus. It talks about Anderson Simmons, his instincts, always thinking ahead. Marinos hit a ball down that left field line. Cameron Maben cuts it off, but look at Anderson Simmons with the bare hand, already looking back to see if potentially you get a back pick towards first base. Always thinking way ahead of the play. Anderson Simmons, why he deserves a Gold Glove. Already won 2 of them, both in the National League.
1 ball, 1 strike. Drew a walk in the 2nd. That off-speed pitch.
Well, he sets it up so well. Real good action with his changeup. 42 pitches, 26 of them in the strike zone.
Got another one. Lines it off the glove of Beltre in the left field.
Baseball was hit very hard. Another changeup, back-to-back changeup, stayed back on this one and lines it was belt high. Beltre, and then look at the little prep step he had, lined by him. Off the glove and into the outfield for a single.
2nd hit allowed by Hamels. Man on, 1 out. Jeffrey Marte at the plate.
This is the 4th hit for Anderson Simmons in 29 at-bats against Cole Hamels.
Jeffrey saw 1 pitch in his 2nd inning at bat. Lifted a fly ball to shallow left center.
I mean, a lot of times we talk about jumping on a pitcher's first pitch, but when you look at numbers against Cole Hamels this season, we put that 0-0 pitch in play. Not real good success for hitters against Hamels. 0-1 count's a little bit different. .353 batting average.
If you're coming up this inning thinking that you're going to get a bunch of fastballs, you haven't been paying attention the first couple of at-bats. Got Cron on the off-speed pitch, threw 2 pretty good ones to Simmons. Anderson just did a better job on the 2nd one with the base hit. He just turned that one over. It's almost as if he's gone to that, I'm going to just show you something yet. Go away from you.
Three pickoffs this season for Cole Hamels. In the past, though, you can steal a base against, especially because when he's going home, you go on first move, and you could be successful stealing against him.
That's out toward left center, in on the hands. 2 down. Bring up Cole. Give me what you got on the scoreboard.
Yeah, take a look at it. Twins lost game 1 against the Chicago White Sox, winning big in game 2. Seattle beats Atlanta 6-5. Cleveland came back and beat Boston 5-4. The Mets are down and end up losing that game to Arizona, who had been struggling. And no score up in the 4th inning between the Giants and Milwaukee.
They lost another starter today. The Mets did. Mets.
Yes. That great starting staff. And a number of them out for a long period of time. Really a tough year for the Mets and their fans.
Simmons had a huge jump. No throw from Chirinos. So Simba puts himself in a scoring position. That's his 18th stolen base.
And going on first move. And once that foot crosses the pitching rubber, you have to go home. That's a good read for Andrelton Simmons.
By the way, the next time you hear about some team having the next coming of whatever of starting rotations, odds are it doesn't necessarily work out in your favor. Cole has a 2-ball no strike count. Go back to the what, the 4 aces with the Oakland A's, right? The first incarnation of the Mets, Pulsifer and those guys, Wilson.
Jason Isringhausen was just starting at that point.
Started at that point. Right.
Ended up being a pretty solid closer in his career.
I'd go ahead and start downplaying that from now on. 2 balls, 1 strike. Three balls and a strike. Did work out well the second time around for the most part with Oakland A's, with Zito, Muds, Mulder, Hudson.
And we're talking about a team drafting their players and bringing them up, not trades made.
Right.
Like the Atlanta Braves back in that great run they had. A number of those pitchers came from other organizations. Greg Maddux, John Smoltz.
They had a small little run there. You had Avery,
Millwood,
Tommy Hanson for a little bit. Millwood, right?
Was the Hall of Famer Glavine.
Yeah. But it's so tough, you know, nowadays, especially. Maybe I don't know. Maybe it's easier nowadays. I don't know. Guys throw harder. They don't pitch as deep into games. They don't throw as many pitches.
I still think it's the emphasis on the strikeout and really throwing hard breaking balls too. You're trying to maximize the throw as hard at a curveball as you can throw one. It's very difficult on the arm.
3-1. Cole pops it up third base side. Beltre. Just never know where hit. Far enough away.
Having some fun with the cameraman there.
Full count. Simmons at second with 2 outs and a full count.
Pretty good pitch to hit. Cole had a pretty good hack at that, even though it was off the plate in. He was looking in. He got 4 pitches. Almost exact same location in.
Now the payoff. Cole pulls it over to first. Napoli's got it. Halos are done here in the 4th. We head to the 5th inning with Texas still on top.
of a Carl's Camp replay. After hanging out in the infield quite some time, see trying to work its way off the field. I have a bad wing, and I know that very well. I was with the Angels with a bad wing before I was finally carried off the field. That's the thing that Jeff Bannister was able to do. Carry the pigeon off the field with a bad wing.
Brought you back to that day, huh?
Yeah.
They carried you off
the field. So you have a bad wing too.
Oh wait, I can walk. No, we want to carry you off the field.
We want to move you to the side. Yes.
5-1 Texas here in the 5th.
But the pigeon had a good view for quite some time though.
Yeah, he did.
Worked that whole infield. Started over at third base, worked his way over the first. Look at that, getting great seats.
Tyler gave up a run in the first and gave up 4 in the third on the double by Chu. The 3-run home run by Beltre. 66 pitches so far, 2 strikeouts, 4 hits allowed. Chu has 2 of those hits with a single and a double.
He's really looked comfortable tonight against Tyler Skaggs, including hitting a double to left center field. Track pitches that weren't in his spot to do damage.
One. 2-1. Halos have action to their bullpen now. Eduardo Paredes getting ready.
He has thrown the ball very, very well. Very impressive.
Got the old Lou Piniella way of wearing his hat. Looks good. Sit it up at the top there. Sweet Lou.
Yes.
Called strike 3. Chu goes down looking at a pitch that appeared to be out of the strike zone.
That's one of those pitches, a curveball that looks like a strike when you're watching on TV, but when it crosses that front of the plate, it's above the strike zone. But Tyler Skaggs gets the call. See on our zone according to our Fox tracks, it's above the zone, but when he catches it, Maldonado, it looks like it's a strike. It's all about where it crosses the front of the plate.
Out to left. Playable for Maven. 2 outs.
And with Adrian Beltre coming to the plate, it's our top tier play brought to you by Arco in the 3rd inning with 2 on. Something he has done a lot in his career, and especially against Angel pitching, a 3-run home run to left center field for the future Hall of Famer. Home run number 14 of the season, 43rd career home run against the Angels.
459th of his career. He's now tied with Miguel Cabrera, the 37th all time.
4th on the all-time list as far as home runs versus Angels pitching. A-Rod with 70 in his career.
One ball, no balls, 2 strikes, pardon me. There's the 1-2. Always know when Texas and Adrian Beltre are in town because you hear the ting of an aluminum bat in shallow right field. It's Adrian and his son taking batting practice out there.
He had a pretty good swing.
Yes, he does.
And Dad doesn't lay up on those pitches. He's throwing some firm fastballs in.
Gas. That's ripped. foul. So the count remains at 1-2. You don't have to be looking. You just walk into the stadium here. Ting.
Yeah.
Oh, Beltre's here.
Yeah, he was going into the seats in right center field. His son. Going down to that one knee to try to create some lift on a breaking ball. Andrelton Simmons has done that a couple times this season. Break a ball down and in, goes down to that one knee, trying to turn on it, get down that left field corner.
Count still at 1-2. Tried to paint that fastball away. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And down he goes, down to the chase. So 1-2-3, 5th inning for Tyler Skaggs, including a couple of strikeouts. 5-1 Texas, however, as we head to the bottom of the 5th. I want to remind you that this copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Los Angeles Angels and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of Angels Baseball LP. Eight, 9-1 for the Angels. Maldonado, Cowart, and Maybin against Cole Hamels, who has 2 strikeouts, 1 walk, 2 hits allowed.
His 100th start at catcher. See, that leads the American League in that category. Previous career high, 66 back in 2015.
Bouncer toward third. Beltre will barehand this one. 1 out.
Always been so good and under control and still able to use the bare hand. And a different arm angle, so he'll throw the first base, but it's generally usually a pretty accurate throw over the first base. Firm throw gets Maldonado like round to third. 5-time Gold Glove winner Adrian Beltre.
Caleb 0 for 1 with a ground out. Three for his last 30. Cooled off considerably. Chasing that high fastball, 1-2.
Well, when he first came up with that good consistent swing from both sides of the plate, just nice and relaxed, shorten up his swing. Short through the baseball, very important for Caleb Cowart.
Little pop to shallow center. Room and Odor backing out is there. 2 outs.
In my Hyundai key for this game, going back to that total eclipse of the heart, trying to get some pitches from Cole Hamels to the heart of the plate. Well, so far, Hamels has done a very good job as far as pitching in and off the plate and change-ups away and off the plate, avoiding that heart of the plate throughout.
Cameron Maybin 0 for 2. Twice is grounded out to Napoli. Belcher has to come in and puts it away as the Angels are down in order. 5 in the books. 5-1 Texas. Conor McGregor is here. It all begins Friday with the weigh-ins live on FS1. Then on Saturday, the action is on Fox as we host a special pre-fight show at 3 p.m. followed by a huge prelims card at 4. And after the super fight, don't miss the post-fight commentary. It might be a game.
Yes.
And interviews on FS1. So you were saying at dinner what McGregor in 2? Is that what you were saying?
I could never go against Mayweather.
5-1. Texas here in the 6th inning. Tyler Skaggs still on the
should
mound.
be fun, though. It definitely should be entertaining.
Well, yeah.
I'm looking forward to it. I know I managed to order that already at my house.
A DVR it?
Yes.
You don't want anybody to...
No, I know. Well, my son and all his buddies will be there, so yeah.
You know what? You could have your son Instagram it live to you right here. You can watch it in the booth.
Yes.
Good point. And Bizarre rips one out to right field. Cole is there. Makes the catch for round number 1. Well struck by the Ranger right fielders 0 for 3 tonight.
It's back-to-back at bats, quick outs for Bizarre, even though he's hit the ball hard twice his last 2 times up, but out on 1 pitch.
Or we could do the game from, like I said, the music guard. Get the fight and the game.
Yeah.
Socia gets Tyler Skaggs one more batter. The lefty. We got a pitching change here in the 6th. 5-1. Texas leads it.
To you by the Ram Rebel. Make the most of your summer at the Ram Summer Clearance Event going on now.
Halos down 5-1 here the 6th inning with 1 out. Eduardo Paredes takes over for Tyler Skaggs through 82 pitches, 5 1/3. A little surprised that he's out of the game with just 82 pitches and having retired the last 5 in a row. But Paredes comes in. This will be his 8th game. Last pitch on Saturday, won an inning and a third. Now went through 26 pitches. He's got Napoli and Odor here the 6th with 1 out.
Boy, Paredes has really thrown the ball well. His fastball has been pretty consistent. Even last game out, 95-96. Good changeup, solid breaking ball.
Napoli a fly ball to center to pop it to short. Two balls, 1 strike.
Paint that fastball away. A couple 92-mile-an-hour fastballs. The sequence against Mike Napoli.
A little flare out to right center field. That'll fall in. 1 out base hit for Napoli. 5th hit for Texas tonight. Hey, join the Angels Tuesday, August 29th. Oakland A's are in town next week. Fans in attendance receive a stylish snapback hat while supplies last, courtesy of Wawa Grill. More information on that stylish snapback hat. You got to say it like that too, by the way.
Snapback.
Yeah. Just go to angels.com. Sounds like it should be a name of a.
Isn't that a country song?
Yes. Or it's part of a country song,
Yes.
and I know exactly the song that you're thinking about. The door's 0 for 2. Out to left.
It's a good changeup. That's a pretty strong hitter to be able to hit a ball that far. That's a pretty good changeup at 82 out in front, but still hit it to close to the warning track.
Left fielder, number 16, Brian Brewer.
The Old Dominion, the country band, Snapback.
Good call. There's Ryan Rupp, left fielder, 0 for 2. Rupp came in batting 202, 3 home runs, 11 runs batted in on the season. Called up today, gets jammed, lines one soft into Marte. And the 6th is in the books. Right at the bottom of the inning. The Angels trying to get something going. Traveling things off. Halos down 5-1.
around the majors. Speaking of Minnesota Twins, Brian Dozier at the plate for Minnesota in Game 2 with 2 on. Well, no longer 2 on. 3-run home run, and what a play by the fan in the stands, doing the dab after making the play against Dozier. 26th home run of the season for Dozier, second baseman for the Minnesota Twins.
People still dabbing, huh?
Yep.
You dab here if drought goes deep?
Yes, I will.
How many times? 1 ball, no strikes. 5-1 Texas, bottom of the 6th.
I'll go double. Double dab. Yes.
Quick.
Yes.
Double dab. As opposed to the old double dutch you did when you were a kid.
Oh, yeah.
1 ball, 1
the
strike.
old jumper.
Mike, 0 for 2, a fly ball to left, and a strikeout looking. 2 strikeouts for Hamels. 2 hits, 1 walk, 1 hit batter. 1 run allowed. Just been doing what he has done against the Angels, especially this year. .69 ERA in the first 2 starts. He's kept things in check so far through 5.
Really fortunate to get that 1 run. A double play could have been turned. It would have been no run scored for the Angels so far.
This one's cued foul.
That's how well he has pitched. You don't see many swings like that from Mike Trout against anybody.
Especially on a changeup.
He's hit a changeup very, very well throughout his career. That's a lower part of the strike zone. Let's ask Chris Sale with the bases loaded on a 3-2 count.
Full count. Jammed him. This one's fouled off.
He's throwing some change-ups away, fastballs in. So far in this at bat, it's a 3-2 count. Only 1 pitch has been in the strike zone against Trout by Cole Hamels. Again, another high fastball. That's a pitch that's been very effective for Cole Hamels against Trout. Look at these pitches in location throughout this at bat. All below, out of the strike zone, then a high fastball there, just barely touching the strike zone. So some change-ups away, cutters in, break a ball down and in, and a couple four-seam fastballs upstairs.
He walked him. Leadoff man on board for the Angels to start the 6th. No dabbing for Gooby. We'll have to wait. Maybe Falvert hits number 610.
Yeah, if he's able to pass Sammy Sosa this at bat, it's worthy of it.
You gotta go 5 dabs for Albert's number 5, right?
Remember, I have a bad wing too, so that won't be easy.
There we go, the built-in excuse.
Yeah, but I'll give it a shot. Just like the pigeon wouldn't give
golf.
up.
Well, remember, my back is sore. I've had a bad back the last couple of years. First one, up and away. You are double nickels now. So.
Yes, yes. Veteran.
Something like that. Two balls, no strikes. Albert twice has grounded out. Once to short, once to third.
Good count to get a fastball, but that doesn't necessarily mean you're going to get a fastball from Cole Hamels.
Trout had a big jump, and Napoli can't handle the throw. Loses it on the transfer.
Trout will get a stolen base, his 14th stolen base of the season. It's one of 24 career stolen bases for Trout versus the Texas Rangers.
That's the old, you make up your mind, you're going, just keep going.
Yeah. Make a perfect throw to throw you out.
Napoli with 7 errors this year. force the issue. And Chirinos and Hamels want to talk things over. Man at second. 2-0 count.
Often we talk about the career numbers batting-wise for Trout. 339 with 22 home runs, 79 RBI versus the Rangers in his career. Well, he can and has stolen quite a few bases, like we just mentioned.
Bottom part of the zone, 2-1. Albert doesn't like it, but looked like he caught it.
Those tough pitcher's pitches for Albert. Lower part of the strike zone paints that corner.
Ground ball left side, and he'll sneak through for a base hit. Trout was headed back to second. And you kind of have to do that sometimes with Beltre at third, because you just never know if he's going to get some of those ground balls.
And when you're down by 4 runs, you don't want to take a chance there. You're in scoring position. See Trout going back, making sure that baseball was not fielded by Beltre or even Andrews to be able to go to the backhand and throw quickly to third. So often we're seeing the shift on against Orioles, but not that time. It ends up working to Albert's benefit for a base hit through that hole.
So 2 on, nobody out. C.J. Cron at the plate, hit by a pitch and scored a run in the second. Struck out in the fourth.
Be careful that first pitch inside if you're C.J. Cron.
He got him on the off-speed pitch in that 4th inning at bat that resulted in a strikeout.
It's back-to-back changeups, same place, just a little bit off the corner.
Did you expect another?
I think even further off the plate. Because Cron's strong enough if he tries to sneak a fastball in, he can punch that ball to right. Nazar playing very deep in right field.
Up and in. Fouls it back. And that's to your point right there. You can look away and still react on a fastball in like that.
And anything hit in the air, the right field, it's got a chance of falling in. Nazar playing very deep in right. Chirinos got hit with this foul ball right back on the mask. Stumbled back and held up. Don't play an umpire. Saw our good friend Tom Hallion get hit with a foul ball in Baltimore and had to leave, and you can see him the rest of the series. Hopefully he's okay. Even with that hockey mask on. Chirinos has always been a very good defensive catcher, put up some solid offensive numbers. That's a tough one right off the mask.
Ground ball toward third. Trout's coming home. Beltre trying to get the double play, doesn't get it. An RBI for Cron, 5-2 Texas.
Beltre gets in position to try to be able to get a double play turn. Odor a lot on the throw, but C.J. Cron going quickly down the line, avoids that and picks up an RBI, his 34th RBI. That RBI is 20th RBI in the last 26 games. C.J. Cron, good hustle going down the line to prevent a double play being turned.
That's lined out to left field. Rule was playing deep, was able to track it down. Looks like he dropped the ball. No, they're saying he did drop the ball. It wasn't on the transfer.
Well, they're going to look at that right away. Jeff Bannister came running right out of the dugout.
Adrian Johnson, the third base umpire, making the call. Steve Buechele, the bench coach, on the phone.
See right here.
That's a catch.
Yeah, I think
that's a catch.
Yeah, they're going to check that one.
Well, it's in the glove. He's got it closed, and as he goes to reach in is when he drops the baseball. Unlike the one we saw the other day in Baltimore at second base on the double play.
Yeah, there was never any control of the baseball in the glove.
Remember when Major League Baseball instituted that rule, 3-4 years ago? That would have been safe on that rule change because the transfer had to be clean.
Josh Hamilton, remember that happened to up in Seattle.
Major League Baseball quickly changed that. He closes the glove. That ball should be called out. The call will probably get overturned. They're taking a look at it. Gary Cedarstrom, the crew chief. Adrian Johnson, the third base umpire who made the call. We assume they will overturn it, and Chrome will have to go back to first. Meanwhile, Minnesota ended up salvaging the split of this series, the doubleheader, I should say, with the White Sox at a 10-2 the final.
That's a 5-game series against Chicago for Minnesota.
The Twins have had a ton of rainouts and makeup games this year.
Seems to be taking a lot longer than I thought.
A little surprised as well, unless they're having some sort of communication problems. Aren't that many games on the slate tonight. Now they're calling the home plate umpire, Stu Sherwater, over. Well, Crone's got to go back to first. Bannister wants an explanation. I mean, you can't do anything with Crone, the base runner, if the third base umpire initially makes the call of safe. The base runner's a live base runner. He's got to take second base, and thus, if they overturn it, he's got to put him back to first.
Yes. Yeah, there's no way you can double him up on that one because of that. I mean, it was called a no catch. Hit well by Anderson Simmons.
2 outs and a man at first. Jeffrey Marte now coming up. Jeffrey twice has hit a fly ball to center.
So you change up.
Broke his bat
on a change up. It's one thing Cole Hamels does very well. Behind in the count, you're sitting fastball. He's going to throw his change up.
Jesse Chavez getting ready the bullpen for the Angels. Eduardo Paredes finished the 6th inning, so 2/3 of an inning for him. Figured that Jesse will come in and try to start a clean inning in the 7th with 9-1-2 coming up for Texas. Halos down 3. We're in the 6th. Went around. Tay doesn't like the call. 1-2.
It looked like he chased that changeup off the plate. Yep, across the plate. So 3 changeups in a row, and this is a bat against Marte from Cole Hamels. So going to try to ride a fastball in now. A cutter. Couple walks, couple strikeouts so far in 5 2/3 innings pitched for Cole Hamels. So far, the hit by pitch is scored and the walk.
2-2. Marte fouls it back. Nice job staying back there.
He's looking more so in the middle of the field. That's what you have to do against a changeup from the lefty if you're a right-handed batter.
Flare out to shallow left. Rua has to come in on it. And this 6th is in the books. The Angels get a run. It's 5-2 Texas as we head to the 7th. Brought to you by the all-new 2017 Chrysler Pacifica, the new benchmark of minivans. Test drive one at your local Chrysler dealership today. By Mercury Insurance, we're on a mission to save you money. Log on to mercuryinsurance.com to get a fast free quote and see how much you can save. And by Morongo Casino Resort and Spa. Good times anytime. Good times all the time.
5-2 Texas here at the top of the 7th inning. Take a look at the coming schedule for the Angels, presented by Honda. 3 more against Texas, then the Astros in town for 3, A's in town for 3 beginning on Monday. Then it's back out on the road after an off day on the 31st. Kicking off the month of September, a long road trip. Labor Day weekend in Texas for 3, then an afternoon game on Labor Day the 4th at Oakland, night game on the 5th, day game on the 6th, then it's off to Seattle yet again.
A lot of games within the division into that month of September for the Angels.
Jesse Chavez comes on to relief. 6-10 with a 5.24 ERA. Chavez pitching in his 27th game. 9-1-2. Chirinos, DeShields, and Chu.
Cole Hamels able to make a good pitch there to be able to finish off the inning against Jeffrey Marte. Not many pitches that middle part of the plate throughout. Another foul tip off of Martin Maldonado tonight. Trinos knows what that feels like. He felt that last half inning.
Foul back. Just missed upstairs. Trinos with a single and a walk. Been on board twice. Dribbling toward third. Marte is going to have to hurry. Crone keeps the foot on the base. One down. Nice play by Jeffrey.
A good stretch there by C.J. Crone also. Slow roller down the line. You see how deep Marte is playing against Trinos. Comes in on the baseball. Off balance throw. Crone able to stretch and get that first out of the 7th inning here. So by a stride, but a good stretch again by Crone.
Oh, 1 count on DeShields, hit by a pitch. Fielder's choice at a pop-up. 0 for 2 with 2 runs scored.
That's pretty good. That's a lot of the strike zone.
Doubt. What did we miss?
Even the Shields looked like he knew that was in the strike zone.
Check swing. Did not go. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
That time chased the break ball off the plate. Good pitch by Jesse Chavez.
He tied the first 2 batters here on his 34th birthday. Shin-Soo Choo coming up.
Stay back, drives towards the plate, sharp breaking ball, swing and miss for the birthday boy. The Angels with the shift on here now with Choo at the plate. Only Marte on that left side of the infield. See, a lot of times you'll see clubs put the third baseman over there towards second base, leave the shortstop cover that ground. A lot of ground right here for Marte to be able to try to cover anything hit that way.
1-1. Trying to bunt his way on. Fouls it off. Two for 3 with a single, double, and a strikeout for Shin-Soo Choo, the DH. 5-2 Texas. They got a run in the first, 4 in the third. Halos with solo runs in the 2nd and 6th. He went around. A 1-2-3 inning for Jesse Chavez. Stretch time here at the Big A. The Angels down 5-2. Much to report on 3 hits against Cole Hamels.
And his numbers speak for himself in his career versus the Angels. His hitters are only hitting .219 against him overall this season. He's only allowed those 3 hits, but he has given up 2 runs. The Angels still part of this game, and the Angels have been very good as far as coming back and scoring runs for the 7th inning or later. 26 times this season they've scored the winning run, 7th inning on. Only the Dodgers that same total.
Bottom third of the order for the Angels, and Calhoun, Maldonado, and Cowart. Shift on with Cole at the plate. 0 for 2. Hit the ball hard. Reached on a fielder's choice in the second. Grounded out to Napoli in the 4th. Texas with 5 runs on 5 hits and stranded 3. Halos 2 runs, 3 hits, have left 4 on. Down with the off-speed pitch. 3rd strikeout of the night for Hamels. 1 down.
Pretty sharp breaking ball from Cole Hamels. See that rotation of that pitch going down and away from Cole Hamels. I mean Cole Calhoun by Cole Hamels.
Maldonado with an RBI single in the 2nd. Grounded out in the 3rd. This one skied to center to Shields. Moving over to his left. 2 down. Caleb Cowart coming up now.
Pretty efficient as far as the pitch count too. You know, for Cole Hamels, it's 90 pitches. Texas bullpen has struggled this season. 4.32 ERA. Or is it a relief corps for Texas?
And Clark getting ready. Top of the order, Maben on deck. Bouncer to first. The 1-2-3 inning for Cole Hamels. 7 complete here at the Big A. It's a 5-2 Rangers lead.
Look right there, Cole Hamels, who is generally tough to beat, proving so here tonight through 7, allowing just the 3 hits to the Angels. Still time, though, in this game. Patrick O'Neill, hope you stick around afterwards for Angels Live, brought to you by your SoCal Mazda dealers. With Tim Salmon and Jose Mota in the pregame show, Tim Salmon said when all is said and done, Adrian Beltre will be considered the best third baseman of all time with the numbers he'll put up, and he had the big home run in this one. Also, guys, Fox Sports West on Twitter wanted to name the rally pigeon. Some good creative suggestions. I thought Sean Pigeons was a good one as we send it back to Victor and Mark, but maybe the rally pigeon can help the Halos rally here tonight.
Yeah, so you can't really name it a rally pigeon until you actually have a rally, right?
So we're looking forward to that one.
Yeah. But okay.
Yeah.
Let's go with it.
Yes.
Jesse Chavez back out for his 2nd inning of work. Elvis Andrews grounding the first one over to short. One away.
Quick out there for Jesse Chavez. Adrian Beltre coming to the plate. A very special third baseman on his way to the Hall of Fame. A few other Hall of Fame third basemen that may be right there with him at the top of the list, including Brooks Robinson, Mike Schmidt, George Brett, amongst others.
Beltre 1 for 3 with 4 runs batted in and a 3-run home run in the 3rd.
There's some of the all-time great third basemen. Eddie Matthews in that conversation too is one of the all-time greats as far as third base. A very good one on his way to the Hall of Fame, Adrian Beltre.
Nomar Mazara for 3, lined out to Calhoun in the 6th.
Patient at that at bat after 2 quick outs on the first pitch. Hit well, especially that last at bat. Line went right to Cole Calhoun in right field.
Good pitch.
It's a little bit above the strike zone for Jesse Chavez.
This one hit toward the middle and into right center field. But the shift on, Coward. No real play. First base runner allowed by Chavez. Comes with 2 outs here in the 8th.
First baseman, number 5, Mike Napoli.
Another good swing for Mazzara. Good career numbers against the Angels. 340 hitter coming into the game tonight. 1 for 4. Including picking up his first major league hit and home run against the Angels.
Napoli is single in his last at bat. 1 for 3 tonight. That's a shallow left center. Off the end of the bat, it'll fall in. Mazzara will turn and head to third. So back-to-back 2-out hits here in the 8th.
Second baseman, number 12,
Quick conversation now out on the mound. Team Maldonado. This is Chavez.
First one to Odor, pulled foul. Second baseman 0 for 3. Texas now with 7 hits on the night. The Angels look like they may get another arm other than Cole Hamels in the 8th.
Yeah, it looked like he was getting some high fives in the dugout. Finished up through 7.
One ball, one strike. Out to right. Cole has to come in on it. Put it away. Top of the order coming up for the Angels as we head to the bottom of the 8th inning. Maven, Trout, and Pujols. Halos down 5-2. for the Halos. Want to remind you that MLB.TV Premium is back and better than ever. Watch every out-of-market regular season game live on over 400 supported devices. Plus, get a free subscription to At Bat Premium, the #1 app for live baseball. Blackout and other restrictions apply. Go to MLB.TV for details. Jose Leclerc takes over on the mound for the Texas Rangers. Leclerc has done a nice job so far this year. This will be his 38th appearance, 2-2 with a 3.41 ERA. 51 strikeouts and 37 innings of work.
Leclerc has a good fastball, 94-98 range. Curveball, slider, changeup.
Maben will go ahead and bat, lead off this inning. You've got Ben Revere on the bench, but Maben will stay in the game to face the right-hander. Cameron hasn't gotten the ball out of the infield yet. 2 ground balls to first and a pop up to third.
That firm fastball from Leclerc, upper part of the strike zone, inside corner.
Not a whole lot of experience for many of these Angels hitters against Leclerc. Made his big league debut last year. 1 ball, 1 strike. First time Maben's ever faced him. Went around, it looked like. No, he did not.
That's a break right there.
Yeah.
Looked like he crossed the plate. Got to take advantage of that. Now ahead of the count for Cameron Maben. This is the thing that Trinos did. He tapped the inside part of the strike zone with his glove and then set up away for the pitch, but out of the strike zone. You got to be patient here now if you're Cameron Maben, trying to get on base. Gonna go fastball away.
Trout on deck. 3-1 now. And there's ball 4. So leadoff man on board via the walk. Third time tonight that the leadoff man has reached. The other 2 times they both scored. Cron hit by a pitch to the second, and Trout the walk to the 6th. Mike 0 for 2 with that walk, stole a base and a run scored.
Pretty close pitch.
Yeah, I was going to say that was pretty close, borderline.
Mentioned earlier, Trout with 22 career home runs against Texas.
Doug Brocail, the pitching coach, coming down.
His low fastball. It would easily been called a strike, but that's the zone where Trout has had a lot of success throughout his career and this year also. Low fastball.
Halos down 3 here in the 8th. Leadoff man on board in Maben. Two and out.
Good count now for Trout to sit on a fastball out over the plate.
Hamels, by the way, just 92 pitches tonight. Allowed 3 hits. Struck out 3, walked 2, and hit a batter. Good lead for Maben at first base.
Good hack at that fastball. Was that right in that zone? With Trout, he hit a long way. 97 mile-an-hour fastball. Middle of the plate, but down. Trout fans looking for Trout to do what he does best against Texas.
Two and two.
Again, setting up for that high fastball, four-seam fastball upstairs, and this touches barely that upper part of the strike zone. Imagine he'll try that again.
Pujols on deck. Leadoff walk to Maben to start this 8th inning. Maben's on the move. Off speed pitch gets Trout. 1 out.
That's a pretty sharp slider. Third stolen base of the night for the Angels. Give him 110 on the season. Stayed on top of that breaking ball. Sharp breaking ball. Off the outside corner. Gets a swing and miss.
Pujols 1 for 3. Way upstairs. Albert now with 2,929 career hits. 39th all time. Next up, Rogers Hornsby at 2,930. One ball, one strike. Albert 0 for 1 in his career against Leclerc. Picked up a walk as well.
A sharp breaking ball again.
Texas with Alex Claudio getting ready in their bullpen, the lefty. Closing games of late. He's had some opportunities. 2-1 pitch. Popped him up. Foul territory. Chirinos the railing and hits that netting, and it jarred him a little bit.
I hope he's okay on that one. He was reaching over, thought he had a play on it, right on the forearm area.
If the body doesn't get jarred by that netting, I think he makes the play.
Yeah, bruise right there on the arm. Maybe a break here for Albert Pujols. See right there as he's trying to reach up for, hits that wiring at the top of the netting.
Two balls, two strikes, 1 out. Maben at second. Full count.
Those sliders have been well off the outside corner in this at-bat against Pujols. C.J. Cron on deck. Has an RBI. Got that on a ground out. Also scored a run hit by a pitch.
These useless meetings have got to stop, man. Seriously. Talking to Eric Nadel, the Hall of Fame broadcaster for the Rangers. He says you're allowed one visit to the mound by any player in any inning. You want to have another visit? It'll cost you a ball on account. I like that.
Yeah.
3-2. Albert hits one out to center field. It'll move the Shields back a little bit. It'll stay in the ballpark. 2 down as Maven tags it, heads to third. So C.J. Cron coming up. C.J. hit by a pitch, a strike down the fielder's choice with an RBI. He's also scored a run. 0 for 2. The RBI is 34th of the year. 5-2 Texas. We're in the 8th. Man at third.
C.J. Cron has chased a lot of pitches off the plate, whether it's a slider there or the changeup out of the strike zone. See him shaking his head. A little over aggressive on those pitches away tonight.
Nice block
there.
again.
Especially with a man on third. Overthrown slider, especially when you see a hitter chasing the pitch before you have a tendency to do so. He's done a nice job of getting that body over and keeping it in front of him. He could go in all speed again. More patient approach there. Obviously, when you have that conversation with your hitting coach, Dave Hansen, back in the dugout after missing a few games on his past road trip. A little ill in Seattle. Back out here today at the bench. Good to see Dave Hansen back.
Two-one pitch. Fastball, a big rip by Cron, comes up empty. 97 on that fastball. It's 2-2.
Well, you would think you try to challenge a hitter again with 97, but more likely you'll see a slider. Cameron Maven got to be ready just in case that baseball is bounced in the dirt at third.
Full count. Three-two. Lays off the slider. Second walk issued by Leclerc, and Andrelton Simmons coming up. He's representing the tying run.
That's all you can ask for late in the game, to have that opportunity to bring the tying run to the plate. Andrelton Simmons last at bat hit a real good shot to left field. Will was able to run it down, initially called a no catch. One thing about Anderson Simmons, he gets one of those high fastballs, he can hit it a long way.
Time was called at the last second and granted.
It's the best thing you do as a pitcher, just to follow through on your delivery. If Anderson didn't like that, it was late.
First one on the way. Anderson skies it foul.
He was ready for that fastball.
What?
Trying to go back upstairs with a high fastball.
Blake Parker loosening.
In this season, there's a four-seam fastball coming into the game. Anderson Simmons hitting .340 with 4 home runs.
1-1. Upstairs, 2-1.
You see Leclerc, what he's trying to do. He's trying to drop his elbow to elevate the fastball. And it straightens out the pitch, becomes a more hittable one. 25 pitches, 15 of them though out of the strike zone.
Set up outside is Chirinos, and this was fouled back. 97. Just off the plate. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Chirinos has to give the signs to middle infield just in case Crone is on the move here. Often in these 2-2 counts, Leclerc will go with a slider against a right-handed batter.
Maybe at third, Crone at first. Breaking ball and overthrown. Chirinos again with a terrific job blocking it. A full count of CJ will get a head start from first base. 27 pitches for Leclerc.
Another hard slide into the dirt, and Chirinos another solid block of a pitch way off the plate.
Crone takes off. Wanted to chase the pitch up and fouls it back. CJ takes off again, another 3-2, and he walked him. The bases are loaded for Jeffrey Marte.
That's 3 walks in this inning.
That's going to be it. His Bannister's coming up. Second visit, Leclerc will be down after 29 pitches. Alex Claudio, the soft-tossing left-hander, slower and slowest.
I thought they were going to wait to see if maybe Luis Valbuena would pinch hit. Now with the lefty coming in, Marte will stay at the dish.
Leclerc is done. A pitching change here in the 8th inning. Alex Claudio coming in. Bases loaded for the Angels, down by 3. A long bottom of the 8th. The Angels have him loaded with 2 outs. And it's Alex Claudio on in relief. This will be his 56th appearance. 2-1 record, a 2.47 ERA. He's got 6 saves under his belt. 47 strikeouts, 13 walks in 65 and 2/3 innings. And much like Cole Hamels with the off-speed pitch tonight, who was very effective with that off-speed pitch. I'd imagine, especially with Jeffrey Marte and the struggles that Jeffrey had with Cole. And he's probably going to see a lot of that during this plate appearance. The last thing you want to do is to get over anxious. He's got Maven standing at 3rd, Cron at 2nd, and Simmons at 1st base. Marte tonight has hit 3 fly ball outs.
By the way, 2nd walk of the game for Anderson Simmons, 39 on the season. Only had 28 walks all of last season.
Here's that off-speed pitch.
69 miles an hour.
Yep.
Fastball is going to be 83, 88 range. Curveball, slider. Changes speeds with his changeup. There's a lot of those, especially off the plate.
You're asking for trouble if you're trying to pull his off-speed stuff. At 71, that pitch caught the inside part of the play. Marte doesn't agree, but it did catch the zone.
Sharp break to this. Got the plate, inside corner. Very important for Marte not to allow that pitch right there to force him to expand the strike zone.
Two and one. Jose Leclerc can only look on. He struck out Trout and got Pujols, hit a fly ball to center field after walking Maben to start the inning, but then he walked Cron and Simmons to load him up. So all 3 belong to him. Two balls, 1 strike, 2 outs.
That might be the one fastball he's going to get in this at bat. Different speeds that he's pitched. 69, 71, 72, that 86 mile an hour fastball. And with 2 strikes on you now, 2-2 count. Your approach changes if Marte. If it's a changeup away, try to punch it to right field. You'll score 2 if you do.
Ground ball over to short. Andrews comes in, has to go to first. There it is. The 3rd out recorded on that off-speed pitch. 8 in the books. 5-2 Texas as we head to the 9th. On the run and their dedication to empowering young girls and instilling confidence through running. Learn more about how you can get involved this fall and visit foxsportsupports.com. Jesse Chavez back out for the 9th inning. This will be his 3rd inning of relief. Gave up a couple of hits with 2 outs in the top of the 8th inning, but nothing more. It's 5-2 Texas. The opening game of this 4-game series and 10-game homestand for the Angels. Texas will have 8, 9, and 1. Rua, Chirinos, and DeShields here in the 9th inning. Rua, the starting left fielder, is 0 for 3. Lined out softly to 3rd in his last plate appearance.
That's good breakables. Seen some real good breakables from Chavez tonight. End of the bullpen, into his 3rd inning of work.
Two balls, 2 strikes.
A 2-seam fastball ran in the middle part of the plate. Rua had a pretty good hack at that one against Chavez. Wonderful go to his breakable now.
Down looking. Down goes Rua. 1 away. 4th strikeout for Chavez.
A little bit of a backup on the breakable here. Still getting a lot of that strike zone.
Robinson Chirinos, a 1 for 2 game with a single and a walk. Halos in the bottom of the 9th. Could we have Calhoun, Maldonado, Coward, Maben, Trout if you get that far. Claudio's going to be the guy. Opening loosening for Texas. 0-2.
And Claudio with 6 saves so far this season. Really has done a nice job for him out of the bullpen.
Back-to-back punch-outs, 2 outs.
Boy, the birthday boy dealing tonight out of the bullpen. Jesse Chavez.
Feeling good on his 34th birthday.
It's a little two-seam fastball, runs it back and catches the corner. Framed well by Maldonado behind the plate.
Back-to-back strikeouts and a visit to the mound by Martin Maldonado. The Shields 0 for 3. A couple of runs scored.
Another solid breaking ball from Chavez.
A 1.
Trying to finish off a very impressive night here. Jesse Chavez out of the bullpen.
Called strike 3. Chavez strikes out the side, and we will head to the bottom of the ninth, down 5-2. By the score of 5-2, Cole Calhoun to lead things off with Alex Claudio back out on the bump for the ninth. Came in and got Jeffrey Marte to ground out with the bases loaded and 2 outs to end the 8th inning.
And the Angels have done a real good job as far as run differential in the 9th inning. About score their opponents by 24 runs, 62-38 in the 9th inning. Needing at least 3 runs to tie, 4 to walk off here in the 9th. 37 comeback victories for the Angels this season. But when you think about it, Cole Calhoun, and you need base runners pushing a bunt down the third base line, and then you look down there at third base and you got Adrian Beltre with his 5 gold gloves in that position to try to field a bunt if you try to push one that way.
One ball, one strike on Cole. 0 for 3 tonight.
And Cole has been patient at the plate. 8 walks in his last 7 games.
Two-one pitch.
Pretty good pitch to hit there. Got a fastball, 87. Good swing at it by Cole.
One for 3 in his career against Cloudy. The one a double. Maldonado on deck, then Cowart.
More protect mode, even though that was off the plate. So if he makes contact, there's a lot of room on that left side of the infield to get a base hit that way.
Two again. Full count.
You got a pitcher pitching everything away against you. There's a lot of room on that left side. Cole has hit a ground ball down the line or work a walk here.
Here's the payoff. Cole bounces it up the line, foul. Everything else a final through night throughout Major League Baseball. Not a full slate of games, but the important ones as far as the Angels are concerned. Minnesota splitting a double dip against the White Sox. Seattle defeating Atlanta 6-5. Baltimore beat Oakland 7-3. Here's 5-2 Texas in the ninth. There is a leadoff walk to start the bottom of the ninth. The 4th walk issued by a Rangers pitcher of the last inning plus.
6th overall in the game. Only 1 has scored so far.
One 1-0. Maldonado 1 for 3, had an RBI single back in the 2nd. Chirinos and Brocail back out to the mound.
One of those conversations that the only way the Angels will have a chance to, at this point, bring that tying run to the plate is if you get wild and walk another batter. Behind an account 1-0 after a walk, leadoff walk. Good at bat by Cole. His 9th walk in his last 7 games. Trout will like an opportunity to swing the bat here in the 9th.
– That's line to right, a base hit. It'll bring up the tying run. Ben Revere coming to the plate. Looks like he'll pinch hit for Caleb Cowart.
That's 2 base hits tonight going the other way by Martin Maldonado. We're going to let the baseball get deep in the strike zone and punch the ball that way. Good swing, good level swing, the line one that way by Martin Maldonado.
It's basically the approach that you have to take against, like Claudio.
I can't imagine the last time he threw 3 consecutive fastballs in on a right-handed batter.
Yeah, he's not going to do that. Same thing even with when you look at Cole Hamels. He pitches so well off the plate in and then soft away.
Ben Revere comes at batting .255. .293 on base percentage. 4 for 15 as a pinch hitter this year.
.265 career hitter as a pinch hitter for Ben Revere.
He'll take a strike. First plate appearance in Revere's career against Alex Claudio.
Had a solid series against Baltimore, going 5 for 12.
No balls, 2 strikes. Revere goes down swinging on 3 pitches. 1 out.
Nasty breaking ball from Claudio against Ben Revere, well off the strike zone. 2 of the 3 pitches nasty against him. Lefty's only hitting 117 against Claudio.
Cameron Maybin 0 for 3 with a walk. Trout on deck. What a what?
And your chance right here now for Cameron, just very similar to what we saw from Martin Maldonado. Hit that ball to right field. You want to give Trout an opportunity to come to the plate here.
Calhoun, the leadoff walk. Maldonado a single. Revere, the pinch hitter, struck out. 5-2 Texas in the 9th. Lays off. 2-2.
Hopefully he was able to check on this all-speed pitch. Yep.
Two-two pitch. Change up, little slow roller toward the left side. Beltre cuts it off. 2 down. So Trout will bat with first base open. Representing the tying run.
I can imagine Claudio giving anything close to the plate against Trout here. One conversation now, another conversation at the mound.
Halos tonight 2 for 11 with men in scoring position. Second and third. Trout 0 for 3 tonight with a walk. He's 0 for his last 11 since hitting his second home run of the game on Saturday in Baltimore.
That arm angle fastball catching the outside part of the plate.
Mike 2 for 2 in his career. Against Claudio, one of those hits a double. Oh, 1 pitch. Outside. 1-1. Off speed, little flare out to shallow right field. That's going to fall in and bring home 2. Nope, 1. Maldonado stopped at third. An RBI single for Trout, snaps that 0 for 11. It's 5-3, and Albert will get an opportunity here. You talk about fighting off a pitch.
Yes. Trout so strong, and Mazzara playing deep, no doubles. Ball's in nicely. There's no reason to take a shot and send Maldonado home here. Be able to stay back just long enough to fight that one in the right field for an RBI single. 60th RBI for Trout.
Yeah, my assumption was with Mazzara playing as deep as he was that it would be an easy run scoring opportunity for Maldonado, but Ron Renicky stopping him in there. So first and third.
It's a lot of games play for Maldonado to try to score second on that one. You want to give Albert a chance, potentially walk off here with a big fly.
5-3. Here's Pujols, 1 for 4 tonight. Facing Alex Claudio. The first one is downstairs for ball 1.
He's got 12 career walk-off home runs. Tied with Sammy Sosa for 8th on the all-time home run list. One of those special moments to pass Sammy right now.
0 for 2 in his career against Claudio. Here comes the 1-0. Off speed inside. 2 balls, no strikes. Ricky Rodriguez, a right-hander, has been loosening for Texas in their bullpen. As Claudio's thrown 28 pitches.
A lot of room. They just moved Odor over now on the 2-0 count. With 3 infielders on the left side of the infield. That entire right side wide open.
We've seen Albert at times go ahead and take advantage of that. 2-0 pitch. They pitch him inside, and that pitch just caught the inside corner. 2-1.
I think with a 2-0 count, the fans are anticipating Albert trying to hit one out of the ballpark. That's why that whole right side of the infield wide open. That did catch the corner though.
John over at first, Maldonado at third. 2-1. Ground ball right to Napoli at first, and this game is over. Texas takes the opener of this 4-game set by the final of 5-3.
And really the big reason was because Adrian Beltre had a big game. Albert hit it well, but right at Napoli. It's our Land Rover Above and Beyond player of the game. Adrian Beltre's 3-run home run, including another RBI, 4 RBI, 459th career home run, 43rd of those against the Angels.
Texas wins at 5-3. Back to wrap things up right after this.